What up, channel? It's Foreplayy, and this is the questions from you number 9. But first and foremost, I want to tell you this is a league play match against another team. I think the team name was called K-Foul. I'm going to end up going 52-6, I believe, in this, and I'm playing with Fearless and another friend of mine. I just wanted to go into some league play and get some CTF gameplay. However, I'm going to do questions from you 9 and 10 with this gameplay, so I'm going to break it up into 2 parts. So if you want to see the remainder of this video, then it'll probably be out the next following day. So the first half, go ahead and enjoy. The second half, obviously enjoy, and you see it. So going into this, the question was actually from AdMeRandom. I think his Twitter is randoms. When you find a team, should you work with people who are not as good as you or just wait for a chance? And then that question right now is actually good because the hot topic that I get is people asking me, hey, how do I get on a team? What should I do? And I try to cover this in a lot of videos, but it's one of the hardest things that I can cover because it's the hardest thing to do is get on a solid team. And not only a solid team, but just proving yourself as a player in this game can be extremely hard because there's so many other people that are trying to do exactly what you're doing. And we've talked about this before, so let's go ahead and get into this. I don't know what this guy was doing with the flag, and I don't know how he killed me, so I apologize for dying there. But into this question, so should you wait for your chance or should you get on a team that isn't as skilled? And I think personally, this is actually funny that you asked this question because I told Fierce, you guys remember Fierce, the guy I did the dual comm with, and he was a former pro, and he cannot get on a team right now to save his life. And that's because he has such high standards, and that's because he used to be a pro player. So he's going from being a pro player to like having these people that won't give him a chance. Like none of the pro community will really give him a chance anymore because A, he doesn't apply himself the way that he needs to, and B, it just seems that he has these high standards that he doesn't really care as much to try to commit towards teaming with lesser skilled people. And I'm going to tell you something, anyone can point and shoot. It takes a lot for me to even drop a player. And I personally feel that you should try to get on a team because you shouldn't just be waiting around. You should try to get on a team that you feel is decent enough to get some wins. You know, you don't want to get on a team that's like atrocious and you can't win anything and you're just a like horrible situation. That's a bad idea. But I really do think that you need to get on a team and you need to apply yourself towards playing and getting better because you can go into league play and you can try to run all these things by yourself, but you need to try to build some type of team chemistry, and also, who knows, maybe you can form like a duo out of that. You know how like in COD, a lot of teams have like duos, like 2 players that always stick together, and you can get that. You just need to make sure that you're playing and applying yourself in the best situation possible. So I will say with that question, you need to make sure that you are playing and try to get on a team. And how you can get on that team is, let's say you go into league play and you are just grinding league play by yourself. What you can do from that is try to play as much as you can to where you can find a team of 3. A lot of people go in as teams of 3 on league play because it's solo league and they may not have a 4th, or maybe they do have a 4th, and that's where you need to earn your spot. So you just continuously play good, try to play as good as you can, and earn your way up the ranks, I guess, if you will. Also, if you're currently like engaged in game battles and you're playing a lot of game battles and stuff, then that's another situation. Like when you play teams, let's say you're on this bad team and you play teams, don't feel like scared to say, hey, do you guys need one? This team currently isn't good. But remember, you got to make sure you're playing well. Like, you can't do that if you're not playing well. Like, if you drop 4 and 30 and you're like, hey, do you guys need a 3rd or a 4th? They're going to laugh at you and say, dude, you suck. You know, so the Call of Duty is all about opportunities and taking advantage of it when you're trying to get on the teams, because nobody wants to pick up a bad player. And also, most of the time, nobody's going to want to pick up a player that can't excel themselves beyond like just certain games. Inconsistency is huge inside I think professional gaming as well as just gaming in general. Like, you have to try to be consistent, and being consistent doesn't mean you're consistently dropping 40s either. I don't mean you have to drop 40 kills a game. What I mean is being consistent as in your play style. You're not going negative, and if you do go negative, it's fine, but make sure that you're playing the objective, because in CTF, for example, you're probably going to go negative if you're playing a good job on it, just due to the fact that that's kind of what CTF is. If you're playing objective, you're running around gun up, then you're going to have to try to pull something out. But basically, my opinion is you should always be playing, always try to get yourself to the next position and the next level. And a lot of that has to do with marketing yourself. We've went over this about branding with sponsors and branding your image. Same thing goes for you branding yourself as a player and how good you are, because there's a million other people trying to do what you're doing, and you got to make sure that you stand out in any way possible. So hit that league play, hit that game battle grind, do whatever you need to do to try to keep climbing up the ladder. There's videos I've done where I talk about Call of Duty kind of being a ladder system, and you have to prove your net worth through different players and different teams. So I hope I helped answer your question. And in the next part of this video, I got another question that somebody asked that's fairly good. So as always, this is Foreplay from Caliber Gaming, the Foreplay gang. You guys are the best. Peace. What up, Foreplay gang? I hope that you guys like that. Questions from you, number 9. As always, number 7's in the top left. Number 8 is in the top right. Definitely check those out if you haven't. This series is kind of just for you guys. You guys submit the questions. I try to answer them as quick as possible, even though I'm like 200 messages behind. I'm doing my best, I promise. As always, keep dominating your game. Favorite, comment, like, subscribe. Get at me on Twitter. Seriously, though, you guys are the best. And I'm out.